What's up, guys? It's me, Bradley, from Bradley's Adventures, and we're back with another video. Let's get right into it. Okay guys, so in this video we are going to be doing our very first official garden tour. We have our whole big garden planted. We have potatoes, corn, carrots planted. We have a potato tower, and then me and my brother's beds planted. So we're just going to go ahead and go down the whole garden, show you guys it, and let's go ahead and get to it. Okay guys, so right here we have a whole row of peas that you guys saw in the last sort of garden tour bed planting video. They are coming up with more and more peas every day. They have quite a few different flowers on them. As you can tell, they're loaded up with peas that are still growing. Some we have done a little harvest, but they are still coming. Right here's one ready to harvest. They're big, plump. These are the dwarf sugar gray peas. So we have a whole row of those. And that's the peas. We've done one harvest off of them. They taste really good. This is a multi-purpose pea, one for shelling and one for eating, like sugar snap peas. So let's go ahead and move on here to the next row. Okay guys, here is the next row. It's still a little weedy, but we're going to come in and finish weeding it up. This is the row of beets. I'll see if I can see any that are starting to bulb yet, because the other day I saw a couple. They looked like they were about to start bulbing. So I can't really tell if there's any here bulbing yet. But we have about a 60 or 70 foot row of those that are starting to bulb up nicely. And down the other half of the row, we planted radishes, but we already harvested all of those. So those are the beets. Next thing we have are a row of onions. We have yellow and red onions. They're getting some pretty nice size to them. Once again, they're a little weedy as well, but we're going to take care of that. So we got about a 50-foot row of those so far, and we have more onions to still plant. So we're going to go ahead and be planting those here soon. So the onions run all the way down here. And then the next row will be brassicas. So let's go ahead and get there. Okay guys, right here is the row of brassicas. This is actually the Brussels sprout that came back the next year. In fact, it is a Brussels sprout. I checked again. And it flowered this year. So it's got little seed pods. I'm not sure how many seeds I'll get off of it, but it's a heirloom variety, so I'll definitely get some seeds off of it. So I just thought that was pretty neat. So we have about 15 or 20 Brussels sprouts planted in here, and we put hay around all of our plants as a mulch to keep the weeds down, so that we don't have to worry about weeding. So right here is where the broccoli starts. We've harvested this one. It's starting to shoot little side shoots off, and there's a cabbage that got planted between the two broccolis. These are some of our best looking brassicas. Right here is a nice size plant with a broccoli forming in it. And then this one's got another nice size broccoli head forming. So we run all the way down to cauliflowers. None of these cauliflowers are forming heads yet. And then we got 30 some cabbage. So we're excited to harvest all of this when it's done and ready to be harvested. So the next row and a half we have are tomatoes. So let's go ahead and look at those. Okay guys, here are the tomatoes. We planted one marigold in between every 5 tomato plants. And on some of these tomato plants, if I can see which one it is, okay, right up here, I see it. On some of them, we have little tiny tomatoes so far. So this one has 2. I believe this is the New Yorker tomato variety. This one has the biggest tomato yet. Hope y'all can see that. We just put cages around them, and they'll grow up through that. And if they get much bigger, they'll just start falling out of it. So we planted like 10 or 12 different varieties of tomatoes. So at every very first start of that variety, there's like 5 of each variety. So it came out to 70 some tomatoes or so. Some of them had less, some of them had more. So at the beginning of every variety, we'd put the name tag so that we'd know what it is. And also on every first tomato, we planted an egg under it. Because I've seen some people plant eggs directly under their tomatoes, and they say it help out a lot with growth and everything like that. So I'm just going to try it this year, and it's going to kind of be a little experiment. So we have tomatoes all the way down the 120-foot row there, and then the next row here, it goes up, and then we go from tomatoes up here all the way into zucchinis. So these zucchinis are Black Beauty. We couldn't quite hay from here to there yesterday. We were kind of going. We just wanted to get some down so far. So we'll probably either do that tonight or tomorrow night. So then we move on to some yellow squash and some different things. It's a little weedy, but we've been keeping up with weeds pretty good. Right here, some more zucchinis and yellow squash. And then we come in here and we got some yellow squash that we started from seed, so that we'll have a little bit of a later harvest. The next row we have here is beans. This variety of bean is the, let's see, it's Blue Lake 274, which is an heirloom variety. So we planted this, and within 4 days it was popping up and starting to have leaves. So it's gonna grow pretty quickly, and you know beans, they grow really quick. This is a bush variety, so that we don't have to trellis them. So they'll just grow into a bush and form all their beans. This is a whole 120-foot row of beans, so it should be plenty of beans for our family. It's a lot of beans. And then the next row we have here, guys, is a whole mix of different things. So we got beets for about 15 foot. This is Bull's blood beets. I'm seeing a couple pop up here and there. I'll thin them out if they need thinned. We're going to weed around them as they come up. And then we move into a mix of radishes. So we have like 3 different radishes in here. White icicle, early globe, French breakfast. I believe those are the 3. So there's another 10 foot of that. And then this year we did something that we don't usually have luck with. We did carrots. I'm not seeing that many up yet, but it's really hard to tell when carrots are up because they're like microscopic hairs. So you gotta wait kind of 3 or 4 weeks to tell if they're up. So we'll go ahead and see if they'll pop up. And the next row here, Okay guys, so next row here we have okra popping up. Now usually if we eat okra we'll fry it or however we want it. Usually fried is the best way. And then we go into a green bean. This is Provider green bean. I had one seed packet I got from the store, so I did a small pack. Then I have Royal Purple Burgundy beans, one pack of those. And then Dragon Tongue beans, which the one year I grew I really liked them. So we're trying those again. And then we have eggplant. It's getting a little holy, so I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of diatomaceous earth. You want to be careful with diatomaceous earth though, because diatomaceous earth will not only kill the pests that are bothering your eggplants or cabbage or whatever, it can also kill pollinators. So you want to do it before any of your plants flower. If you have slugs or anything, you can try cornmeal, because when they eat that, it blows them up. Next here we have peppers, we have Hungarian hot wax, and then Californian bells. So right here are the peppers. We got a row and a half of those. And then they stop right up here. Okay guys, and for the last row in our garden, these are either zucchinis, pumpkins, or cucumbers. They popped up in the garden as volunteers, so we dug them up and planted them here. And then after those three, we jumped into cucumbers. So we planted like 12 or something like that. These are the straight 8. And then we have more cucumbers planted along here. These 3 are the American yard longs. And then these 2 hills are the, I believe they're the Alpha Beta from Baker Creek. Then we have a couple butternut and spaghetti squash. And then we have some different types of squashes here. Acorn squash, butternut squash, things like that. Then we have 2 types of watermelon. We have the tender sweet orange watermelon. And then we also have the... it's Congo watermelon. So those are the watermelons, and then we have baby Pam pumpkins, and then we have big pumpkins my grandpa gave us. And then right along here, my mom, she always loves sunflowers, so we did a row of sunflowers for her. Some are popping up. Not seeing all that many right here, but right here's one that popped up. Right there, and then right there. So we did get some popping up. If they don't pop up all the way, we'll just go ahead and replant. Okay guys, so that's the big garden. We're going to go ahead and go right over here to Compost Potatoes. I know it's a funny name right now, but I'll tell you the story when we get over there. Okay guys, these are the compost potatoes. The reason I call them that is because we tossed some rotting potatoes into our compost, and as we were flipping it, I saw that they had roots and sprouted and trying to push up out of the soil. So I planted them along here, and then we had some pumpkins pop up right there and there. So these potatoes will be dug up before that pumpkin starts to vine too much. So we're going to go ahead and let that pumpkin continue to grow, and hopefully we get some off of it. Next up, right by the potatoes, you guys saw this in the last video, our corn that we planted, the purple sweet corn, it popped up here. So we have many little corns that popped up. As they get bigger, I'm going to go ahead and put grass clippings and different things like that as a mulch around them. We had some cucumbers or something pop up here. So that's the corn. Let's go ahead and look at the carrots. Okay guys, so right here are the carrots. They got much bigger since the last time you guys seen them. None are ready to pick yet, but hopefully soon. We have our mint in here in the middle. So that's the carrots. Let's go ahead and look at where we had the other radishes planted. Okay guys, so right up in here is where we had the radish planted, right along here. Those were ready to harvest, so we dug them up. So what I did was I planted some alpha beta cucumbers in here. I double sowed them, so I had almost 100% germination. So I'm going to go ahead and vine them up out of here somewhere. And then I have some dwarf sunflowers planted right back there. And then this is a tomato. I'm not sure what type it is. It's loaded with flowers though, so I'm very excited. It's got more flower buds up here. So I'm not sure what type it is, but we'll just have to see and let it grow. Okay guys, here is my bed. We have a zucchini that I planted here. And then this right here, I'm starting to think it might be a pumpkin, but I'm not totally sure. I let the broccoli go to seed. I'm going to try and save some seeds this year. It's the Desicio, the cauliflower, this one, and that one is ready to close. I just haven't done that yet. What you see, the white powder, is diatomaceous surf. This one still hasn't formed a head yet, so I'm not sure if it's ever gonna. The mint's still looking really good. The lettuce is ready to harvest. I harvested a little bit there. The peas, they're still trellising up strong and growing nicely. We still have the kale doing really nice, Swiss chard doing nice. The cabbage is starting to head up nicely. And the little asparagus guys are doing really nice. So I'll go ahead and show you my brother's bed real quick. Right here's my brother's bed. He planted some Marketmore 76 cucumbers under that row of compost. He has some strawberry plants, a little bit of mint, a little bit more strawberries, and then these, he don't know what they are. They're either zucchinis or something. And then right here we have a beefsteak tomato. It's got a little tomato on it. So he's just going to go ahead and let that grow. His favorite tomatoes, red brandy wines. So I told him that was kind of like it. We'll see if he likes it or not. Maybe I'll be able to record him doing a taste test with it. I don't know. We'll have to see if he'll want it or not. So I think that's it. We're going to go ahead and do the verse of the video and then end the video here. Okay guys, the verse of the video is Matthew 6:25. Therefore I say to you, do not worry about your life, what you will eat, or what you will drink, nor about your body, what you will put on. Is not life more than food, and the body more than clothing? So I hope you all enjoyed the video. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, share this video to your friends, family. We'll be doing more garden tours. I forgot about showing you guys potatoes up there. We'll go ahead and do that in the next video. And until next time, God bless.